I think that you will spend 40,000 hours of your life, maybe 60,000 hours of your life trying to make money. It is worthwhile to spend 100 hours of your life figuring out how to keep it.
Welcome back to the channel. Aaron here from Bitcoin Bros. As you can see right here, Saylor, MicroStrategy, they did not buy any Bitcoin in this past week, but they may be getting ready to be buying a lot of Bitcoin over the next couple of months. I'll be showing you exactly why in today's video. Make sure to subscribe. We have new MicroStrategy Bitcoin content coming out every single day. I'm getting into some MicroStrategy updates, Bitcoin updates. Stay tuned to the end. I have another clip also that you guys can check out at the end here. But you can see Union Bank of Switzerland, UBS, has bought $1.2 billion worth of MSTR. So more banks, more institutions are getting into Bitcoin. And some of them are doing it through MSTR because they probably know MSTR may outperform Bitcoin going forward in the future. We believe that MicroStrategy will outperform Bitcoin if Bitcoin goes up, and obviously vice versa. If Bitcoin goes down, MicroStrategy will outperform to the downside. But good to see more institutions getting involved there. And then also Cantor Fitzgerald financial firm, they bought $1 billion worth of MicroStrategy shares in Q4. And I know I keep saying MicroStrategy, guys. It's going to take me some time to switch over to the new strategy name. But you can also see here, Howard Lutnick is also involved in the new executive order signed by Trump to create a sovereign wealth fund. So we may be seeing Bitcoin get added to that sovereign wealth fund. We may be seeing a Bitcoin strategic reserve for the United States. All that's going to be good for Bitcoin and MicroStrategy going forward. And then also, this is a chart here that I saw over on Twitter. You can see here the MSTR price versus their historical leverage ratios. Right now, their leverage ratio has come down significantly. If you look at just their net leverage ratio, their debt minus their ITM converts, you can see it's around probably like 5% right now. When you look at the leverage ratio straight up, it's around 10%. The target leverage is 20 to 30%. We've seen that historically, and you can see they've actually gone, above that, especially in the bear market when Bitcoin was trading down. They got as high as around 80%, but they want to keep it around 20 to 30%. So we're probably going to see MSTR come out over the next couple of weeks and have billions of dollars of convertible debt that they'll be offering to the market. And that's going to be a lot of buying pressure on BTC. And this is highly accretive to shareholders. And this means they may lay off the ATM a lot. A lot of people have been very disappointed, upset about the price action over the past couple months. And they attribute that to Michael Saylor hitting the ATM. That may be slowing down in the future, and we may be getting more debt offerings, which is a good thing. It's going to make the stock more volatile. And if Bitcoin goes up while they're doing all this, we could see MicroStrategy have the next leg to the upside. This is not financial advice, but you can also check out here. If you look at MSTR volatility, you can see 10 and 30-day volatility are looking like they're bottoming. I mean, if you look at this, this has been the significant bottom here, around 25% over the past couple of years. Now, if you look at their 100-day volatility, it's looking like it's coming down. Right now may be a good time to get into some call options. This is not financial advice. Options trading can be very, very risky, and you can lose all of your money. But if we see MicroStrategy come out and buy all this Bitcoin, and Bitcoin starts to make its move back above 100,000, maybe go up to 115, 120 potentially over the next couple of months, and we see MSTR volatility start to go up while the price of Bitcoin is going up, and it gets back up here to 120% or 200% or whatever it gets up to, you could really see the options pricing get really expensive like what we saw back in November. And if you have a call option in, you're going to make a lot of money. Now, that's not financial advice. Like I said, that's very risky, but something to think about. We have MSTR here trading at 340, so up around 0.49% today, while Bitcoin is actually trading down. It's at 95.6. So strategy's going up, Bitcoin is going down. And you guys know this is MooMoo. This is a great brokerage. You guys can check them out. You sign up with them using our affiliate link. You can get up to 30 free stocks basically free money. Make sure to check them out. That'll be in the comment section and the description below. Let's get into some Bitcoin news here. We can see multiple Reddit users have reported receiving their FTX repayments on Kraken. So we're seeing these repayments from the FTX users that lost all their money. They're getting that money back now. And they're getting it at the price of when FTX collapsed, which is terrible for them, because if they just held it in something like Bitcoin, obviously that'd be worth a lot more than what it was back then. But a lot of this money that's coming back to these creditors may be going back into the crypto, into the Bitcoin, into the MSTR market, because these are people who have invested in crypto or Bitcoin in the past. So they may be putting that back into the market. So that could cause the market to go up this week, but we'll see what happens. And then some Charles Schwartner here. He says, this morning, the Business and Commerce Committee will hear my bill, SB 21, which, if passed and signed into law, would make Texas the first state to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I look forward to discussing what this means for Texas' future and economic growth. So we could see Texas become one of the first states to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve. We know one of the most popular senators in Texas, Ted Cruz, he's very pro-Bitcoin, so it would be interesting to see if Texas will be the first state to get this passed. And we know there's a lot of other states out there trying to get this same thing passed, but as long as one state does it, I think that's going to be a huge move forward for BTC. And then we had on February 16th, Metaplanet, they purchased an additional 269 BTC. And Metaplanet is basically becoming the MSTR of Japan. And they've been one of the best performing assets internationally over the past year or so. And what's interesting about Metaplanet when you compare it to MSTR is that Metaplanet, they had their MNAV is a lot higher than MSTR's MNAV. It's around 5x, I believe, right now. And I think a lot of Japanese companies are going to see what Metaplanet's been able to do and how they've been able to grow, so well over the past year. And they're going to follow the same playbook, because what they're doing is the same thing that any other company could do. They're just putting Bitcoin on the balance sheet. They're raising capital to buy Bitcoin. So we may see the same type of effect that we saw here in the United States with MSTR. When we saw all the other Bitcoin proxies start to put Bitcoin on the balance sheet, we may see the same thing in Japan. We may start to see new Japanese companies putting Bitcoin on the balance sheet. And then we have the gold at Fort Knox news here from Elon Musk. And basically they're auditing, is the gold there, is it not there? We don't really know right now. But Saylor says Bitcoin simply fixes this. This is something that is easily auditable. You can just hold Bitcoin. Anybody can audit it. You can look it up on any Bitcoin Explorer. And, with gold, obviously they don't know if it's there or not. And Bitcoin would fix that issue. And then we have here, Moon Inc. HK has entered the Bitcoin market with its first acquisition of 1 BTC for $96,150. The Hong Kong company sees Bitcoin as a hedge against fiat devaluation and a step towards aligning with a modern financial system. So more international companies putting Bitcoin on the balance sheet. This is definitely good to see here, even though it's only 1 Bitcoin. Really, really good to see there. And I'm sure they'll be buying more BTC in the future. And this is all I had for today's video, man. Just really quick update. I have a clip here that I want to play for you guys. You can check it out if you want to. Like, subscribe for more content. Really appreciate you for watching all the way to the end of the video. We try to keep you guys up to date the best that we can. So highly appreciate every single one of you. But my name is Aaron from Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.
We live in a society where everyone is a speculator, whether you know it or not. The money that you are forced to use with the threat of violence by your government, meaning the dollar, the euro, the pound, that money is losing value actively every single day. So it's not enough to just be a doctor. It's not enough to just be a teacher. It's not enough just to be a musician. You have to be a doctor and a speculator. You have to teach children and understand Japanese central bank monetary policy. You have to create art and music and actively manage a stock portfolio. If you want to outpace inflation, outpace the death of the currency that you're forced to use, you cannot just contribute to this world. You have to contribute to this world and speculate. So when we see such product market fit in demand for gambling and speculation. That is not by chance. That is not human nature. That is the outcome of awful monetary policy from fiat currencies and central banks. So what you're seeing is a global population that is desperate to speculate because their contributions to the world, no matter how good they are, aren't good enough. Period. And so it's which way, Western man? Do you want to contribute to this world and buy Bitcoin? Do you want to contribute to this world and gamble on Trump coin? And the answer, there is a right answer. And the answer is becoming abundantly clear to the whole world as all of this stuff unravels. That is, be ethical, be principled, be honest, be hardworking, and buy Bitcoin. That's the way to build a future that's worth living in.